Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to the channel. And I'm very pleased and excited to begin our very first set of Arabic lectures. And the book we're going to use is the very famous, the very well known Al-Arabiyyatu Bayna Yadayk. The reason I'm teaching this book is because, as I mentioned, it's very well known. It's tried and tested, and it's also what I studied in Saudi Arabia. So that you know that by studying this book, you're not just studying something random. You don't know whether it's going to work or whether it's not going to work. This is tried and tested. Many people have done this course. All you need to know is to keep going through it, and you will learn the Arabic language bi'idhnillah. So let's get straight into it. Starting off with the title, obviously, if you have the book, it's a good idea to buy it and have it open with you, or the PDF. So the title of the book is Al-Arabiyyatu Bayna Yadayk, okay, which is obviously a little sentence. So Al-Arabiyyatu, it means Arabic, or the Arabic language. Actually I should mention first, Al is the. So Al-Arabiyyatu yani the Arabic language, is Arabic you can say as well. Bayna means between, Yadayka, right, your two hands. So basically, the Arabic language between your hands is the name of the book. This is a full-on proper course, Al-Arabiyyatu Bayna Yadayk. It has 4 levels. Each level has 2 parts. So there's a total of 8 books. So you can see it's a course that takes you from zero, knowing nothing, to being quite strong in Arabic. And again, as I mentioned, it's tried and tested. I've seen people go through it that didn't even know how to say I'm fine or I'm from America or the UK, to then going on to studying this book from start to finish, and now attending lectures of tafsir, fiqh, etc. Okay, let's go down to the first chapter. As you can see, it says Al-Wahdatul Ula. Al-Wahdatu, it means chapter or unit. Al-Ula means the first. Again, you've got the Al there as well for both of them. So the first chapter, which is called At-Tahiyyatu Wat-Ta'aruf. At-Tahiyyatu means greetings. The wa, very good to know, because it's going to come up a lot. You probably noticed already in the Quran and etc. It just means and, right? Nice and simple. And At-Ta'aruf is introductions. So greeting and introduction, right? So in the first chapter, you're going to be learning about greetings and introductions. So the way this book works is it's going to take you from the start of how you use the language and build up from there. So obviously when you first meet someone, you're going to start by greeting them. You're going to start by introducing yourself to them. So let's get down to the dialogue. At the very beginning, especially the first book, the author focuses a lot, or actually was made by a few professors that put this together. They focus on dialogues, right? And it's very effective to learn Arabic because you know not just how to ask or how to answer, but both of them. You get practice with both. So we've got first Al-Hiwarul Awwal. Al-Hiwaru, it's basically discussion, and Al-Awwal is the first. So why is this the first different to the other first? Because this is the masculine first and this is the feminine first. And again, you'll cover that in the future. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the dialogue for you guys, and then we're going to go through it again and break down the vocabulary. So first you got Khalid, he sing Assalamu alaikum. Then Khalil, he sing Wa alaikum assalam. Khalid, he says Ismi Khalid, Masmuka. Khalil replies Ismi Khalil. Then Khalid, كيف حالك؟ بخير والحمد لله. وكيف حالك أنت؟ Khalid, بخير والحمد لله. Right? Nice and simple, and let's break it down now. So first you got Khalid, he's saying Assalamu alaikum, right? Which you probably already know, but just to break it down in case you don't. Assalam means peace. Alaikum is a combination of 2 words. So you've got ala, which means literally upon or on, and kum, which is the plural you, right? So you've got obviously the singular you, you've also actually got the dual you as well, and you've got plural you. Here it's the plural you. So peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum. You already know. Khalil replies, of course, by saying wa alaikum assalam. Right, same concept. This time again, you've got the wa, as I mentioned. Good to know. And alaykum, upon you, assalam, peace. Right, so same concept. Khalid then he says, Ismi Khalid. Ismi, first of all, ism, it means name. The ya at the end is ya'ul mutakallim. Right, basically, it's the ya of possessiveness, you could say. So any noun, if you put this ya at the end of it, it becomes possessive, it becomes mine. So ism means name, ismi, my name. Qalam means pen, qalami, my pen. Kitab means book, kitabi, my book. So here he's saying ismi Khalid, which means my name is Khalid. You notice in the Arabic language, you don't actually have are or is, they're not their own words, you just know it by the context of the sentence. So Ismi Khalid literally is my name Khalid, but we know it's my name is Khalid in English. Then he says Ma ismuka or masmuka is not just one word. First you have ma, which means what, and ismuka, again ism we know is name. This time this ka, it's your. So instead of ismi, my name, it's ismuka, your name, right? And this is the masculine your. We're going to discuss what the feminine one is coming up. So here he's saying, what is your name? So for the full sentence, ismi Khalid, masmuka. My name is Khalid. What is your name? Khalil, he then replies by saying, ismi Khalil. Same concept, my name is Khalil. Khalid then he says, Kayfa haluka. Okay, Kayfa, it means how. Again, this ka is the same as before, your. Hal is your state, your being. So basically all this means, Kayfa haluka, is how are you? Okay, how are you? Khalil replies by saying, Bikhair, which means fine. Walhamdulillah. Again, the wa, I told you guys, it's good to know. And alhamd, obviously, lillah, all praise to Allah. So basically saying, fine, walhamdulillah, fine and all praises to Allah. Then he says, wa kayfa haluka anta. Wa, and, kayfa, how, haluka, your hal, are you, anta. This anta, it literally means you. Right, it literally means you. Obviously, when it comes to the meaning, it doesn't really add much to the meaning, but this structure is sort of used when you want to ask the same question to the other person, right? So, wa kayfa haluka anta, and how are you? Then Khalid he says, bi khair walhamdulillah, fine and all praises to Allah. Nice and easy. Okay, let's keep it moving. So the good part about this book is, it will, at the very beginning, it will show you the males talking and then also the females talking, to show you the difference in how you would use some of the words and letters. This time you've got Khawla and Khadija, and we just go through it together. Obviously this is a great course, but there's other things you can do as well to supplement this and to accelerate your Arabic as much as possible. Basically I've made a PDF which discusses how you can learn Arabic from the comfort of your home. I have mentioned this book, but a lot of other good tips which I used to get to a point where I could study fiqh in the Arabic language, using the Arabic book with the Arabic lectures, and at this point not ever having stepped foot in an Arabic speaking country. So if you want to know how I did that step by step, I've made that PDF which you can access via the link below. Khawla, she's saying, Assalamu alaikum, we know that already. Khadija replies by saying, Wa alaikum assalam. Khawla is saying, Ismi Khawla. Again, we know that now. My name is Khawla. Masmuki. Masmuki, that's different than what we did before, which was Masmuka. Because I mentioned this ka, right, is the your, the masculine your. Ki is the feminine your. Okay, so again, same concept. If you add that ya, which we have here as well, Ismi, my name. If you want to say your, right? You just add that ka or ki at the end of a noun, depending on if you're speaking to a male or a female. This time, obviously, she's talking to a female, so she's saying masmuki. So here it's ismi Khawla, my name is Khawla. Masmuki, what's your name? Khadija replies by saying ismi Khadija, my name is Khadija. Khawla then says kayfa haluki. Okay, kayfa haluki again. The only difference is instead of haluka, it's haluki because she's speaking to a woman, which obviously means kayfa haluki, how are you? Khadija, she says bi khair walhamdulillah, fine and all praises to Allah. Wa kayfa haluki anti, again, and how are you? Instead of haluka, it's haluki. Instead of anta, it's anti. And then Khawla, she replies bi khair walhamdulillah. Okay, congratulations, you have just finished your first Arabic discussion. I'm sure it wasn't as hard as you thought it would be, and the whole book is going to be like this. Okay, it's all easy to understand. We're going to take it step by step, and you really enjoy it and notice that you're benefiting a lot, bi'idhnillah. At the end now, you have al-mufradat, which means vocabulary. Okay, so basically they're going to break down the new vocabulary that we learned in this discussion. So here you have kayfa haluka and kayfa haluki, which means, I don't know if he said it or not, which means how are you? Obviously the masculine version here and the feminine version here. Here you've got anti and anta, they're pointing at each other, it's a clue, which means you. Anti is the feminine you and anta is the masculine you. And the last part, you've got masmuka and masmuki. Again, masculine here and feminine here. What is your name? Okay, moving on now to al-hiwaru thani, which is the second conversation. This time you've got Muhammad. He's saying, again I'll read it, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam, min ayna anta, ana min Pakistan, hal anta Pakistani, na'am, ana Pakistani, wa ma jinsiyatuka anta, ana Turki, ana min Turkiya, ahlan wa sahlan. Okay, that's the conversation. So again, we're going to build up on what we already know and just keep on adding on to that with new vocab. So Muhammad, he's saying Assalamu alaikum. Again, we discussed that. Sharif is saying Wa alaikum assalam. Muhammad is now saying Min ayna anta. Anta, we already know, it means you, the masculine you. Min is from. Okay. Ayna is where. From where you, obviously it means where are you from? Sharif replies by saying Ana min Pakistan. Shout out to Pakistan. Ana meaning I. Min, again you know from. Pakistan, you can guess, is Pakistan. So he's saying Ana min Pakistan, which means I am from Pakistan. Muhammad then he says Hal anta Pakistani. Hal is like a question word, and it can differ slightly depending on the context. Sometimes it could be does, sometimes it's are, and different things. But you'll know by the context what it means. So anta, you again, Pakistani. Okay, Pakistani. So here he's asking the question, are you Pakistani? Okay. Sharif, he's saying Na'am. Na'am means yes. Ana Pakistani, I am Pakistani. Wa ma jinsiyatuka anta. Wa and ma, again we discussed that as well. What? Jinsiyatuka. Jinsiya, it means nationality. And jinsiyatuka is your nationality. Anta, again you. So he's saying Na'am ana Pakistani wa ma jinsiyatuka anta. Yes, I am Pakistani, and what is your nationality? Muhammad replies by saying Ana Turki. I am Turkish. Let me write that out. Ana min Turkiya. I am from, Turkiya is Turkey. Sharifi then says ahlan wa sahlan. Right, a very common phrase which means welcome. Now again we've got the same concept, but now we've got two women talking. You've got Maryam, she's saying assalamu alaikum. Then you have Zainab, she's saying wa alaikum assalam. Maryam, min aina anti, because she's speaking to a woman. Where are you from? Again, difference is instead of anta, it's anti. Zainab, she then says ana min Misr. Okay, I am from Misr means Egypt. Maryam then says hal anti Misriya. Hal anti Misriya. Are anti you, the feminine you, Misriya. Right? Instead of her saying Misri for Egyptian, she's saying Misriya because she's a female and she's using the feminine version. When you have a noun, especially when it comes to nationalities, the male nationality is just going to end in that ya. Pakistani, Turki, Misri for a male, right? That's for a male. However, for a female, it's going to end in this ta marbuta. Okay? This ta, so it's going to be, instead of Pakistani, it's going to be Pakistaniya. Instead of Turki for Turkish, it's going to be Turkiya. Instead of Misri for Egyptian, it's going to be Misriya. Okay? So this ta is used for feminine words. So here she's saying, Hal anti Misriya? Are you Egyptian? And you might be wondering why is she asking that, because perhaps she's from Egypt but she's not Egyptian. Then Zainab, she replies, Na'am, yes, Ana Misriya, I am Egyptian. Wa ma jinsiyatuki anti. Same concept, the feminine your, ki, and the feminine you, anti instead of anta. And what is your nationality? Maryam, she says, Ana Suriya. Right? Suriya means Syrian. Obviously with the feminine version. I am Syrian. Ana min Suria. I am from Syria. Suria is Syria. Ahlan wa sahlan. Zainab is saying, welcome. Well done, another conversation finished. Nice and easy. Again, a recap of the vocab. You've got ma jinsiyatuka and ma jinsiyatuki, masculine and feminine respectively. What is your nationality? Ana means I. Same for a male or a female. They both say ana for I. Pakistan is obviously Pakistan. Turkiya, Turkey. Misr is Egypt. And Suria is Syria. There's obviously a lot of exercises, very useful exercises, right? And even tests further on in this book. We're not actually going to be discussing them in these classes. Perhaps in the future, we will have classes outside of YouTube where we're going to go through all the exercises and the tests as well. If you're interested, you can, stay tuned at Majid Arabic on Instagram and TikTok, and inshallah ta'ala, perhaps there'll be classes in the future there. And also, if you want me to teach you one-to-one, you can send me a message. Right now, it's going to be a bit difficult for me to take on new students, but send me a message anyways. Perhaps I could sort something out. Stay tuned, inshallah, and we'll see you soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.